How are you, Samath?
All good.
Great, Samath. Thanks for coming so much today. And it's very exciting. And whenever I've met you, I've loved your passion for anime, your passion for community building. While you're, working, manning your business, you are building the community, you're supporting the anime community, and you've been doing this for a very long time. So, if you can just
Yes,
introduce yourself a bit, Samath, about
great,
you, about, creating Nagpur Anime Club and everything.
great. So hello everyone. This is Samarth from Nagpur Anime Club. As Vishal did say that I'm doing this for a very long time. You can literally see my hair getting white and all. So yeah, that's how long I've been watching anime and spreading the love of anime. About Nagpur Anime Club, I would say we are one of the oldest clubs in India. Before us, I think there was Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi. These were the only three active communities back when I started Nagpur Anime Club with a bunch of Japanese friends. So this is way back in 2012, and now we'll be completing almost around 15 years. So
Wow.
yeah, we are
15
there in
years
the
old
anime
anime
scene.
club. That's
Yes.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and we never, in our wildest imagination, thought that we could do something big. It was just a place to express ourselves, to share the latest episode of One Piece, and to kind of trade
Mhm.
illegal anime because back in the day, no formal OTT, Netflix was not available. So to watch anime, we just had to rely on television, TV, or CDs, both of which were like we did not have the choice. So yeah, the best option was to torrent it and trade it
So
amongst the
I
community.
think
So
so.
from
What
there
people
to being an
yeah.
actual influencer, yes, please.
No, what people say is that piracy is what built today and India to be the largest consumption of anime in the one of the
Yes,
largest
yes, I
countries in the
agree.
world. And even for me, right? I mean, still now, honestly, if you have to see if people are One Piece fans, if you have to see the earlier episodes of One Piece, you can't. There's no
You
platform
can't, you
which
can't.
has it, compared to other countries. But you're correct. Yes.
Fun fact: did you know Crunchyroll started as a piracy website?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, yes,
Yeah, so I mean, I was like one of the first users of the illegal Crunchyroll.
yes. Oh my God. Well,
So I
it's
mean, that's how old we're talking. Sorry, the young viewers who are like just 18, 20. I'm like me and Vishal are like 30 plus wala age group.
yes. So I have seen, what you're seeing, and I'm very grateful that, you build the community. And because what happens is, right, for back in the day, right, after COVID, obviously, anime became mainstream and became very normal. Actually, if you don't watch anime, you're not one of the cool kids now. But
Yeah,
I'm grateful that back in the day when people didn't have a community to support each other and talk about anime, it's just fun.
I mean, I was bullied for watching anime, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
People
we
did,
भी cartoon देखते रहता है. My parents kind of disliked me watching anime at the age of 2021. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, uh, I was the rare breed who got bullied and pushed around for watching quote unquote cartoons.
Exactly. That was what people thought. Now, if you're a teenager in school and if you don't watch anime, then you get bullied. You're not one of the cool kids then.
Haha.
So it's
Now
like
we are in power.
now we are in power. But it's amazing and I get it completely. I think most of the people who have in their late 20s and their 30s have gone through that and now they're seeing that everybody's talking about it. So, where do you think, this, when do you think it became so normal and so popular? When did you see the change, compared to earlier?
Okay, so what we're talking is how anime became a mainstream media. Is that the question?
Yes, how it became a mainstream media in India, and for you especially, when did you see the change? When did you feel it happening actually?
Okay, so okay, this is like completely my experience and the changes that I've seen in Nagpur. It's not necessarily that things and trends that have happened in Nagpur can be same for the country, but this is the overview of the journey that I've been through. Uh, like when I entered the anime scene, this is like when we started the community building. Of course, I'm watching anime since 2002s and threes, but I'll say that the demand was always there. We did not recognize the medium as anime, but Animax and anime like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, they were always there. Like this is we're talking early 2000s, right? We just did not know that they are made in Japan and Japanese language is the primary source of it. So Japan did a very good job in creating that thing in the back of our head. Not just anime, but other pop cultural things like the video games are there, manga is there, other Japanese subculture, J-pop singing is there. So Japan did a very good job in 2000s to kind of create a base, right? So I did not know that anime was anime back in early 2000s. Now, when I got hardcore into anime, is one of the reasons was Detective Conan. I did not have I think it was streamed on Hangama. Hangama did not have the license for season three, so I slowly started
Oh my
doing
God.
piracy.
Same. I think we were doing the same time watching Detective
Really?
Conan.
So
And
this is like 2007.
2007, I
2007 era.
didn't have it. I was so frustrated. Like, when is the
Yeah.
next season coming? And waiting. Then like, screw it. I'll just watch it wherever it is.
Yes. So then I started watching it in English on mega uploads.
Yeah.
That's and even in English, I think there were 4 to 5 seasons available in English. And after 5 seasons, they did not have any dubbed version. So I had no choice but to start the Japanese language because that was the only medium available, and even the movies were available in Japanese. So I enjoyed the language so much that I started enrolled in Japanese classes. Again, this is my journey. So in 2011, I started learning Japanese. One of the main reason was to watch Detective Conan without the subtitles, and not many, 2 to 3 of my classmates were also Japanese language students were also. They had the same intention that they wanted to enjoy video games, manga, and anime without the hassle of reading the English translations. So we started Nagpur Anime Club in 2012, and this is the time where gaming was on rise and MCU culture was on rise. So
Yeah.
gamers and like I think Spider-Man just got its reboot, and the Avengers were formed, and 2012 started. Was the name Dark Knight Rises, the
Yeah.
Nolan trilogy. Yeah, so
Yes.
this is the trend when we started Nagpur Anime Club, and anime was a super duper small media back when we started, and the idea was to kind of promote like anime as a medium amongst the sphere of gamers, DC fans, Marvel fans, and other brands. So
Brilliant.
I think anime got injected not just into the mainstream fans through like COVID. COVID happened a lot after. So in 2013-14, people knew that Dragon Ball and Pokemon was a different kind of a media, and like DC Marvel was there, gaming was there. So when we started our own convention, previously comic we attended Comic Cons. Even
Yeah.
there, DC Marvel gaming were on rise, but then anime lovers have this like really good passion, and they just wanna give back to the
Love
community so much.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, they have this weeb energy. So I think that's where a little the base started forming. And in 2015, when we did our own first convention, like we had to tap into MCU, we had to tap into gaming community. So I would say in Nagpur specifically, different communities kind of came together on the same platform, and they shared their love for their media. So many anime fans got converted into gamers when gamers came into anime community, MCU people came into anime community, and I feel that is how it happened all over India. So this is where the base got created. We're talking mid 2015, 2016 wala era.
Nice.
In 2017, more mainstream shows rose. YouTube started getting commercialized, so people could earn money from YouTube. So this is where I would say people like reviewers, Anime TM channels like Anime TM, Badal started getting break by making anime only content, and slowly the base kind of rose one level ahead. In 2018, I did 2 interviews with Times of India and Hitwada. Hitwada is like one of the biggest newspaper distributors
I know.
of Central India.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like pre-COVID, right? This is where the base kind of strengthened in Nagpur and especially central parts of India. And I think this is what happened in other parts of the countries as well. So it was medium sharing. And I think in 2019, 2020, when the lockdown was announced, people like super duper mainstream people who had no connection to anime, even they were introduced to mediums like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. The timing was so good, and the quality of animation, sound, everything was so good. Like in 2021, I think there was a time where on every signal there used to be one or two people wearing a Jujutsu Kaisen or a Demon Slayer
Yeah.
t-shirt or a Dragon Ball t-shirt. So
Naruto.
yeah, we got the boom somewhere in the 2021 2022 era. And yeah, after that there's no looking back. People's companies started investing. That is another plus. YouTubers were there, Twitch streamers were there, gamers were there. Like games started
And
introducing. Then we got
would you believe,
PVR Dragon Ball movie release in 2018. Yeah.
and would you believe, like this year's World Cup, you would see continuous anime ads because Crunchyroll was one of the main
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sponsors.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I could see people realizing, huh, this is mainstream. This is
No,
actually,
not just that, not just that. Do you watch Premier League, FIFA? Sorry, the yeah. So Kodansha, it's like a Japanese manga company. Kodansha has sponsored Liverpool
exactly, imagine. Uh,
Premier League. It's like one
Premier
of the
League.
most expensive leagues. Cricket is, I feel, a little cheap, but we're talking euros and dollars when it comes to Premier League.
You will have hundreds of YouTuber people commenting on that. But you're right, because football is so big and that's global. It's participated with the most number of countries, and the fact that they did that is amazing. And we can see that now across all the response, the reaction, the reach. I mean, it is insane. We have more than 100 million anime fans spread across the country. You know, I like it. It's across. There is no city to a limitation. I have a cousin in Bokaro who sits and watches all episodes of Naruto. He watches different kinds of anime.
Super.
Obviously, in
Even the age limit. My 9-year-old cousin brother watches Naruto and Blue Lock. He's a big football fan.
so the
So
growth has
yeah,
been fantastic.
age, geography, everything is kind of broken.
So, Samat, let's talk about a bit about yourself.
Yes,
What? So, anime has been very inspiring to many people in their life. It has
of
helped them
course.
form their decisions. It has helped them form their living style, like their lifestyle completely. So, if I
Yeah,
had
me,
to,
me.
so if I had to ask you, one anime that kind of change your life and something that still inspires you, what would that be?
Only one, right?
You can mention.
Mm, okay. Okay. So I'll just do justice to both the genders. For male, it has to be the for the male audience. It has to be for me particularly. It has to be Dragon Balls, and Dragon Ball Z. I'm talking Dragon Ball because I completed Dragon Ball and then I started reading the manga. So the thing is, whenever I start a new project, like in business or in anything, whenever I'm intimidated by something big, or if I have this fear that I cannot overcome
This
this challenge,
next hurdle, next challenge.
yeah, yeah, the next big hurdle, the next big challenge, I tend to go back and read the Master Roshi Goku training arc. This is like very early Dragon Ball stage. I think this is the second or the third volume. So basically, Goku goes to Master Roshi to learn his skills, and then later on to compete in World Martial Art Tournament. So that training arc, it kind of relaxes you. It kind of makes you believe in yourself. It's very cliche, but the way Toriyama Sensei presented the entire story, it is so well done, and it kind of speaks to your heart. It's like just relax, work hard, eat good food, sleep for a while, do it regularly, do it consistently. There is no shortcut. So this is something very basic, which every other Instagram trainer says. But to see it real time getting unfold, it is very motivational. So it kind of I drive energy from it. I guess that's why Toriyama Sensei did the what do you say energy ball Genki Dama, because you kind of derive energy from that particular franchisee. So Dragon Ball is 100% the my go-to manga chapter. I read the manga because it's
No, very true. Because there is a sense of peace. There's a sense of you know how do I say that feeling of inner peace. And the animes for me that also. No, you may not believe, but I've seen more than 1,000 episodes of One Piece 10 times. Not many people I would have
oh wow.
watched the episodes again and again 10 times. I've been watching it for 20 years, and I've continuously watched it. So, and I get it. Now I have to rewatch Detective Conan. Yesterday, I had a feeling that I have to rewatch it, but I completely get, and that's amazing. Have Is there a similarly a character? If I had to say, one character that kind of inspires you.
I mean, again, I could be like Goku, but let's not go for Goku because
Okay,
it'll be like,
that's
okay,
enough. That's
he's
enough.
just a Dragon Ball, but the
Okay,
the
let me
character
tell
is
you
so
two characters,
overpowered.
two separate characters. Yeah.
Okay, so characters that inspire me in my normal day-to-day life. Okay, okay, so I'm currently reading Blue Lock. I love the anime, and Ego Jinpachi, the coach of Blue Lock,
Okay.
is a very inspiring character. As in the advices that he gives you, that is very personal. I mean, again, whenever I start a project, it's like he's giving this advice to his team, right? So I feel like I'm one of the team members, and he's kind of directly speaking to me, like not in the football context, but in my life context. So that's one character. I'll just give you an instance,
He's not
like
motivating the
the
players.
mechanism of luck. I'm sorry, sorry.
He's not just motivating the players. He's also motivating and inspiring.
Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely. So, a mechanism of luck. So, it's a very powerful theory where he says that you have to like manifest your own luck, and I've seen this come true in my own life. I simply did not become lucky. I kind of manifested my own luck, and I was present at the right place at the right time. That is like one very inspiring quote by Ego Jinpachi. You cannot afford to be normal. That is another inspiring quote by Ego Jinpachi. Another one was flow state, right? So like you enter the flow state where the challenge is neither very easy, like a level 1 crook is a very simple task which you'll be bored. A level 100 is a demon that you cannot defeat and you'll kind of be irritated and you'll quit the game. Level 50 is the mid ground where your flow will be unlocked and where you'll perform at your peak and you'll go to the next level. That is so brilliant. I mean, you
Yeah.
never realize, but that challenges those things that you see in your day-to-day life. Of course, if it's something very trivial, you'll be bored. Of course, if it's something very big, you'll be like, nah, I cannot achieve that. It's too big. But then when you hit the sweet spot and you grow, that is something I learned from Ego Jinpachi. So again, a very inspirational character, and the character that inspires me directly. Like he kind of speaks to me through the anime, is what I feel. Okay, I'm just like living in my fantasy now,
No,
but yeah, I think
I think for everyone it's the same, right? People change. There are so many people I know who did not give up in their life just because they have watched Naruto and they wanted to continue on even whatever hurdles they face. That's what the beautiful thing, na, anime is that it's emotional. The emotions, the deep richness it carries, it pushes you. Um, and I'll go to the emotional question now. Is where people try to act on macho that I don't cry and everything, but trust me, anybody who's watched anime has obviously cried. There's so many
of
animes I've
course, of
cried
course.
multiple times. Same scene I have watched. Is there any particular emotional scene that has, stuck with you from the anime side, which is kind of, and you have
Yes,
cried a
of
lot?
course. I've a lot. I mean, I've cried till my eyes turned red, and it wasn't just. It was like,
Yeah.
like yeah. So there's this wonderful anime called Anohana. It's a 11 episode long anime, 20 minutes into 11 episodes. The full name is Anohi Mita Hana no Namae wa Bokutachi wa Mada Shiranai. So it's
Wow.
basically have you heard the anime Anohana?
I have
Strongly
heard that.
recommend it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the 11th episode, I won't spoil it, but like there's a group of 5 people, and when they were like very young, 5 6 years old, one of the main girl dies, and they were 5 years old, and now they're 15 years old. And the ghost of the girl comes back to the friends, and the friends have split it apart, and the girl tries to reunite them, and only one friend can see the dead girl. So she kind of successfully tries brings them together, and the last episode she kind of goes away to heaven. And that departing scene, it is a mix of nostalgia, the things that I've like hide and seek game which I have played in my childhood. It's a mixture of Pokemon, my childhood friends kind of going away in their own separate ways, and then when we meet again, and then you're saying one final goodbye to a friend, and then you never see him because something bad has happened to him. So I kind of personally connected to every single tone that the director and the anime creators set up. And episode 11, not just the episode, only if you only play the song, I kind of get this sadness trigger. I do this. I'm a very stone-hearted person. I don't cry that much. So if I just want to get out this emotional release, I just turn on the episode 11 of Anohana, and it's just like such a good good way to cry my heart out, and kind of it's a good reset for like mental this thing. So
Yeah.
episode 11 of Anohana, please watch the anime.
So
It's
for peop
brilliant.
so for people, who also sometimes, what happens in your life is you have to control your emotions, you have to hide, you have to chug it deep down because you have work, you have
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
things. But it's important to feel your emotions. It's important to feel it. So if whoever wants to feel it, make sure you watch the episode 11 of
Yes.
Anohana and enjoy it also. Watch all the episodes and enjoy the show. And going to these shows, there are various characters. There's obviously the main protagonist, there are the supporting characters, and then there are the villain. I will put this in a two-part question. If I had to ask you about a supporting character of something which is like, my god, this supporting character should be the main character. If I had to ask you about that one question, that it's amazing. Because what happens is, globally, the stories in US and India, the supporting characters have treated like, just, he's come, gone, we don't care about him. They literally like
Correct.
strangers, literally like, but in anime, sometimes, many animes you can think, from Naruto, One Piece, any one of them, the supporting characters become so strong, or even My Hero Academia, become so strong that you become more attached sometimes to a supporting character. So
Correct.
if I
Correct.
had to ask you about a supporting character as such, who has stayed with you.
There are many.
See, it
Right
can be
off the
Attack
bat.
on Titan. There are so many amazing
Oh,
support.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, why not? I mean, Rena is one of the supporting characters I absolutely love. I mean, I used to hate him before I knew his story, but then
Yeah,
the author is so brilliant that he kind of made me switch side. And then, like mid of the series, or during the ending part, I was a Rena supporter. So yeah, of course, Rena from Attack on Titan, Kirua from Hunter x Hunter, Nagi from Blue Lock.
I know.
I mean, there are so many. They're like so well crafted characters that you can't help but to cheer for, and yeah, you feel that they deserve their own show.
And it's so fantastic. So that's what I keep thinking. What makes anime so much special is that you're not just, you're not in the same troop of hero, villain. You are attached to so many amazing characters, and they make it, so much fun. And if I had to ask you about the villain now, who would you?
Of course, Kira, Death Note. No second option. Kira, 100%. I mean, if I like, there are times when I see like humans become very bad, and like
Yeah.
the bad part of the human, and that's where I kind of reflect with Kira. So I mean, does he qualify as villain? I'm not sure, but I think he's one of the greatest villains ever created. Period. And I don't
Exactly.
use these words lightly. Like after watching,
Yeah.
I think more than 100 animes, I think
Yeah.
yeah, Kira
No,
has to be one of the greatest villain ever. Period.
I agree. So the question is just because the moral, so that's what I love about anime more, the moral things. Is he a villain? Obviously, he's mass murdered, God knows, hundreds, thousands people. So technically, obviously, he's a villain, but he kills bad people. He also kills some good people. So it's a kind of a moral dilemma where some people behave. So, but you're right. He is one of the most epic villain
Yagam Elite.
characters.
I'm actually reading. I was just reading this as a bedtime
Oh,
story.
nice.
This is a manga. Okay, I watch the
Oh,
anime
love the
first, then I
artwork.
read the manga to speed things up.
I love the artwork on the, these things are very valuable sometimes.
Yeah,
Just the
yeah.
artwork on the manga. By the way, you guys can
I
watch
have the limited
Death Note
edition
on
as
that.
well.
You love the limited edition. Oh, where? Amazing. Where do you get
Yeah,
it from?
yeah. I got from Japan one, and second I got one from Amazon.
Oh, nice. So anyway, when we're talking about Death Note, you guys can watch Death Note on Anime Times. It's
Yes,
available.
please. Even Attack on Titan is there. I think even Anohana is there.
Ano is also there. So it's fantastic. If I had to now go to, because you have had so much detailed, understanding of anime, right now you have so much Gen Z, Gen Alpha getting into anime. Like I said, in school and college, if you're not watching anime, it's not considered cool. So what is a
Correct.
anime you would recommend for a beginner? I'm sure you wouldn't recommend Attack on Titan. I mean, it's a very good
No.
anime, but it's traumatic.
I mean, Attack on Titan. I actually recommend. See, here's the thing. Like my age group, we're talking above 30. They have seen Game of Thrones. 90% of the people have seen Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and for a person who likes the starting first 4 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, I can easily recommend him Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, okay, just imagine Game of Thrones, but better with a better conclusion, with same level of production quality and
Yeah.
music, so it is very easy for me to sell any person who has seen Game of Thrones, Attack on Titan, and they love it more than Game of Thrones. So I actually recommend first anime
Okay,
as
so let's say
Attack on
for
Titan.
someone who has watched, but someone, let's say a 15-year-old or a 14-year getting into anime right now, what would you think he should start with?
Okay, greatly depends on the person. Like for in my case, my younger brother is like as I said, 9 10 years old, and he's very much into football because we watch football together, we play FIFA together. So I introduced him to Blue Lock, and he is like a crazy diehard fan of Blue Lock, right? So
Love
if
it.
they love football or something like that, if they're into sports, I would strongly recommend Blue Lock. If like they just want to have fun and it's just like a brainless background wala scene without paying a lots of attention. Naruto is 100% there. If they're into mind games, if they like Batman, yeah. So I showed Death Note to one of my friends who is like a diehard Batman lover. So he said that like I can feel Batman-ness from Death Note. Like I
Vibe.
don't know the gore or the yeah
Yeah.
the detective stories or
It's very
that
into detective, the
Joker Batman.
anticipation, the passion. It's mind blowing.
Yes.
Both of them, guessing. Like I agree. To Batman.
So
Actually,
yeah,
into a
he's like
very
a he reads Batman ki comics, right? So he's like Death Kira versus L is like a Joker versus Batman. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's a very interesting like comparison that you've drawn. So
yeah,
so it's easy for people who are into Batman and like Joker in general to recommend them something like Death Note.
perfect.
But
You actually
again,
gave
that greatly depends on person. Sorry,
You've
sorry.
broken into, no, I'm saying you gave a very good example. You broke into very clear demarcation. Instead of just saying we can start with Naruto, you said if you're a person who likes Batman, you will love, Death Note. If you're someone who is passionate about their sport, football, then obviously they can watch Blue Lock. And if you're someone who has loved Game of Thrones, he can start with the Dark Titan. So yeah, actually very good, examples which people can learn and adhere to. Uh, Now, if I want to ask you, we have actually spoken a lot and we've asked
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of
love story also. Last one recommendation, please. If you like love stories, I would strongly recommend Lovely Complex.
wow.
So like I've shown this to my wife, who has absolutely no idea about anime, and she's a big love story simp, right? And Lovely Complex is just like 24 episodes, I think. So
Yeah,
the premise is very simple. A girl who's very tall falls in love with a guy who's very short. So it's a very, very simple idea that the author has played upon. And it kind of connects because girls in particular have this thing that I'm not perfect. I'm like a little fat. I am not very fair. I am very short. I'm very tall. Whatever. Like every person, specifically girls, have this mental barrier that I am not perfect because of XYZ reason. So in this like overly tall girl, uh, has kind of proposes herself to, or like who kind of makes the guy fall in love with him, and the journey is so beautiful and comical and emotional that my wife absolutely loves it, and it's like on her repeat playlist. Like so, every year we watch. We have this tradition where we watch Lovely Complex together. So yeah, I'm sorry. You can just continue with the next
No, no,
question. It's
no,
just like
that's
you're trying to
fantastic.
correct, and it's a
I feel
wonderful opening anime.
I wish because I had seen it a long time ago. Now I feel like watching it again because I remember it was amazing. I got that warm feeling inside when watching it, and that's what you want.
Watch it with your girlfriend or spouse. You'll enjoy it even more.
Yeah, when I have a girlfriend, I will definitely do that or a spouse. But that's a fantastic recommendation. And I was just saying that we can talk actually for hours because it's something we both are passionate about, and we love it as a whole. Just to leave something as last words, anything you want to say as something as a parting words or something, either to the community, to the fans, or to anything.
Great. So I'll try to. Okay, I think we'll save this quote for the final end. But to other fellow fans and community members out there, yeah, just keep loving anime, keep spreading the love. I mean, don't have any selfish motivation behind loving anime. Like I've known communities who are here because many companies are investing, many brands are coming to India, and they're ready to throw money at fans whenever possible. But I feel that shouldn't be the case. If your fandom is true, if your community truly wants to spread the love of anime and Japanese culture in general, you will attract companies itself. You don't have to show it or advertise it. You see, we are such a big place for the companies to invest in. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess this is the thing about true weebs, that the passion kind of resonates, and they have this magnetism where they attract the right people. So yeah, just don't be a wannabe. Just like anime, just give it a chance, and yeah, spread the love, and good things will happen to the community and to yourself. I mean, you'll learn a lot of things. I can say this from my first-hand experience. And to end it all, there's a quote from one of my favorite anime, Cardcaptor Sakura. The magician Cloudreed says, "There is no such thing as destiny, just the inevitable."
Wow, that's one hell of a line. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Samad. You summarized it very well and with a very killer line. And it was amazing. It was great talking to you. Let's catch up in real.
Likewise, man. Looking forward, man.
Looking forward.
Take
Thank
care.
you.